From KJZZ,
this is the New Street Journal
Week in Review.
I'm Cathy Fisher.
I'm Max Eddy.
And here are this week's top stories.
Scientists have determined that street artist Banksy is behind the mysterious underwater circles that have befuddled amateur photographers and visitors to the Baltic coast. At a press conference in Copenhagen, top scientists were asked if the dark shapes could be damage as a result of bombing raids during the region's numerous world wars. Nope, replied the scientists. Danish scientists were also asked if aliens could be responsible, to which the scientists said, nope. Finally, scientists were asked if the circles, which were previously believed to be eelgrass, could be the work of popular UK street artist and provocateur Banksy, to which the scientists responded with frantic giggling, applause, and tapping their noses. Benjamin Banksy Banks, a 78-year-old African-American man living in Hamtramck, Michigan, was reportedly pleased at the revelation.
Investigators have released a report implicating Chinese covert agents in multiple cases of farm espionage discovered last June. Several Iowa farmers reported that their crops had been interfered with and bore the distinctive marks of malicious tampering. In one instance, every third leaf on a single soybean plant had been snapped off. In another, a farmer was perplexed to find a small sign reading, "American are dumb," hanging on a corn stalk. In a press release, CIA Director John O'Brennan stated, "Such insidious and underhanded actions will not go unanswered. China's got a lot of nice rice paddies over there. It'd be a shame if one of them got all stomped around in."
In politics, Vice President Joe Biden blasted LaGuardia Airport with his terrifying heat vision late Tuesday evening. Vice President Biden emerged from the East River just south of Rikers Island, his eyes alive with terror and bellowing a hideous roar that broke windows as far away as Midtown Manhattan. Using a combination of his off-the-cuff candor and radioactive superpowers, the Vice President devastated the Metropolitan Airport until forced back into the sea by the National Guard's elite ray gun unit. Though the motive behind Biden's attack remains unknown, it was dismissed as politics as usual by Republican Senator David Mothra.
Scientists studying the role certain chemical compounds play in aggression have created a so-called fruit fly fight club. In it, two flies agree to fight each other to determine which is the most aggressive, and to tap into a more primal existential experience in a world driven by mindless consumerism. The flies have also been instructed to examine their own identities and the value of individualism. The scientists have reported that a leader has already emerged and is currently mating with that one weird fly that looks like Helena Bonham Carter.
All right, sports. In sports news, the 112th annual sucker fishing competition was held this past week in Omer, Michigan. This year, a record 290 attendants caught an unprecedented 48 suckers. Once caught, the tough, rubbery tentacles, which are covered in barbs, were burned in tribute to the 180 people killed in this year's festivities. Mayor Candace Breakwater concluded the contest, as her forebears have done for over 100 years, by tearfully begging that the tragedy not be repeated again, and saying that she would see them all again next year.
And now, a word from our sponsors. Are you scared? No? Well, you should be. Disaster lurks around every corner, and when it strikes, you sure as hell better know how to deal with it. That's why there's Disaster Simulator. Disaster Simulator is an immersive computing experience that teaches you what to do when society crumbles. Simulations include volcano, earthquake, nuclear attack, chemical attack, tornado, super tornado, rogue truckers, the singularity, malevolent hawks, a Cloverfield, woman president, and much, much more. To order, call 1-800-255-HAWK today.
Finally, we turn to the arts and this week's list of the world's least influential books according to Goodreader magazine. Number 5, The Cussing Canoeist, A Tale of Romance. Number 4, Ben Stein, As Seen from Above. Number 3, Miracle Whipped, The Steamy Side of America's Favorite Condiment. Number 2, The Collected Short Stories of Lee Iacocca. And this week's least influential book, Do You Know What It's Like to Fall Asleep with a Gun in Your Mouth? Motivational Speeches and Coaching Strategies for Pee-wee Football Dads.
This has been the New Street Journal Week in Review. Join us next week for more of the information you require.